Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bhavsar, Assistant Professor in LJ Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In VLSI Design subject, unit number 3, MOS transistor, and today's topic junction capacitance. Like in previous session we discussed about different types of capacitance. There are the two types of capacitance that you already know. That we already work on the oxide related capacitance in previous session. As I already told you, we discussed about the MOSFET capacitance, and in previously we worked on the oxide related capacitance, and also we study the different types of voltage variations in terms of a cutoff region, linear region and saturation region. So now we move on junction capacitance. So there are the two types of capacitance. Capacitance between N plus source and P type substrate, it's called CSB, and capacitance between N plus drain and P type substrate is called as a CDB. So basically we discuss about the junction capacitance in the two way, for the source side and substrate, and drain type and substrate. So basically CSB and CDB. So these two capacitance is play a main role when we're talking about the junction side. Now CSB, as I already told you, the junction capacitance between source and substrate. CDB is equal to junction capacitance between drain and substrate. So this one is a general diagram. As you can see, basically the depletion region is created near the surface. As you can see, because of the impurity region, you can see the electrons over here, and the holes are generally mounted near the substrate or a specific surface area, and the depletion region will be created in the P type of substrate. So basically in this particular region there are the two types of capacitance is still produced. It's called CSB and CDB for the junction capacitance for N plus source and substrate, and junction capacitance N plus drain and substrate. So this, because of the depletion region will be created near the surface. So this one is one simple diagram for junction capacitance. Both of these capacitance are due to the depletion region charge surrounding the respective source or drain diffusion region in substrate. These both the junctions are reverse bias under the normal operating condition. The amount of junction capacitance in the function of applied thermal voltages. So the amount of junction capacitance is produced is only because of the applied voltages, that particular voltages that you will be applied. So junction capacitance are voltage dependent behind is defined as Cj is equal to dQj divided by dV, where dQj is equal to change in the depletion region charge and dV is equal to change in applied voltages. It's basically the region is defined as Cj is equal to C dQj divided by dV, change in the depletion region charge and change in applied voltages. So now you can see a 3D diagram way. As you can see, the channel will be formed for particular one region from source to drain region. As you can see, this one is a gate oxide. The channel will be formed over here. Here is a specific region 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The xj, the junction depth, y is equal to the particular area for the channel, and w is equal to the width of a particular substrate or doping density that you have. So basically we have a different types of capacitance effect will be produced because of the 3D variation. So we have to take care of these three region when we talking about a specific junction depth or junction region. Now as you can see, there are the 5 junction. We have w dot xj for n plus divided by p. Second, y dot xj is equal to n plus divided by p plus. Third, w dot xj is equal to n plus divided by p plus. Fourth, y dot xj is equal to n plus divided by p plus. And fifth, w dot xj is equal to n plus divided by p. So when we talking about doping density, so we add a n plus region on the particular surface. And for this particular type of region, there are the 5 different types of region we produce, as you can see in the previous slide. So basically this region are created because of the junction area. Now as you can see the comparison between full scaling and constant voltage scaling, because in previous session we discussed about this type of the MOSFET capacitance and scaling. As you can see, L, W the channel length, channel width, gate oxide thickness, junction depth, power supply voltage VDD, threshold voltage VTO, doping density Na and D, oxide capacitance COX, drain current ID, power dissipation PD, and power dissipation divided by area. So as you can see the junction capacitance is also there with a MOSFET capacitance effect. So this one is a basic comparison point of view diagram that we already seen in previous session. As you can see the comparison between a full scaling and constant voltage scaling, because these two type of scaling is play a main role when we talking about any type of density area. So full scaling techniques, as I already told you, the reason is very clear why we consider here a full scaling in MOSFET capacitance, because the capacitance of junction is also play a main role. So in exam, if they are asking only junction capacitance in exam point of view, then you also have to make sure the basic comparison between full scaling and constant voltage scaling. They both are scaled down by the factor S, but in constant voltage scaling we put a supply voltage and terminal voltage remain unchanged. So the area of a specific scaling, its area divided by S square, and current density for J is equal to ID divided by area, and full scaling J dash is equal to S dot J, and constant voltage scaling J dash is equal to S cube into J. So we can say that in constant voltage scaling the drain current density and power density are unincreased, which may eventually causes a serious reliable problem for the scale transistor and as electro migration, hot carrier degradation, oxide breakdown, and electrical overstress. So this type of the problems may be increasing if you use a constant voltage scaling in some specifically designing technique or packaging technology. So in constant voltage scaling we have to write down a specific constant voltage scaling table. Also we have to write down a simple diagram in terms of depletion region. Then we have to draw one 3D cube, and then we have to explain the basic concept in in terms of 3 to 5 marks. But in terms of the 7 marks we have to write down a scaling factor also, because the junction capacitance is also dependent on a specific applied voltages in terms of VDS, VGS, and VTO. So in this particular situation we are talking about a constant voltage and field scaling technique. So we have to make sure these two techniques, and these two techniques are up to the mark if you are working on specific technology, but it based on application and requirement it will be changed. So I hope that you are getting the idea about junction capacitance and what exactly the junction capacitance is. Now the chapter number 3, all the theoretical part will be covered now. Only the sums remaining that we will do in next semester, or in next particular session. And overview about MOSFET. So in this particular chapter we are talking about what exactly the MOSFET is, the structure of MOSFET is. After the structure we study the different types of physical and voltage parameters in terms of L, W, exit, TOX. Also we study the VDD, VDS, VGS, VTO. As external voltages in terms of we study the saturation region, linear region, cutoff region, and in terms of the depletion region, surface inversion region. So we have studied in this type of the region in external bias effect or external voltages. Then we study the threshold voltage in terms of basically the gamma coefficient, that what exactly the threshold voltage is in terms of the both the situation. We take a substrate bias coefficient is not equal to 0 and substrate bias coefficient is equal to 0. MOSFET characteristic in terms of the constant current and voltage characteristic in terms of cutoff, linear, and saturation region. And also we prove the drain current equation ID is equal to mu n COX by 2 W by L 2 into VGS minus VTO into VDS minus V square DS for a linear, and for the saturation region mu n COX by 2 VGS minus VTO whole square. So we already done these two characteristic in terms of the saturation and cutoff region in terms of a linear variation. Then channel length modulation, as you already know, if you increase more and more VDS, then what exactly happening, the channel length will start decreasing, and after some time it will leave the drain point region, and the capacitance, or we can say that the charge density, will be increased near the source terminal. So we already studied the lambda coefficient. It's called as a channel length modulation, and what exactly the channel length modulation is, that we already studied. And after that we study the MOSFET scaling factor in terms of constant field scaling and constant voltage scaling. We considering the physical parameter and voltage, applied voltage parameter like L, W, XJOX, COX, TOX, and also we study the VDD, VTO, VDS, VGS in terms of constant voltage scaling, and we considering the power density, power coefficient, drain current ID equation. Okay, and also the MOSFET capacitance in terms of the two types of capacitance that we already studied in this chapter, in terms of the oxide related capacitance and junction capacitance. So in this particular chapter is play a main role if you work in any VLSI technology, or if you are working in any embedded technology. Each and every, specifically we can say that the data sheet is dependent on these parameters. So it play a main role, and even I already told you in the starting of this particular chapter or in this semester, the VLSI have two parts, a front end side and back end side. Whenever you work in the back end technology, then this parameter is play a main role, and in terms of the VLSI technology designing or transistor level designing. So I hope that you are getting the idea about what exactly the chapter number 3 is about, the MOSFET transistor. And if you have any doubt in chapter number 3, then you can contact me. So thank you very much. And if you have any doubt, then you can contact me. Thank you.